Hello traders, once again this is the King setup, and this picture you see here, this is the King setup complete SOP, standard operating procedure, and I want to show you how you can use this procedure to take an entry. I will be showing you step by step how you can use this complete SOP to take any trade you want to trade. So number one is having an engulfing zone. As always, we use the engulfing strategy. So number one, if you get an engulfing zone, you mark that zone and then you wait for the price to get out of that zone. And after waiting for the price to get out of that zone, wait for the price to move in sideways. And after the price moves in sideways, wait for the price to retrace back in the zone. And after the price retraces back in the zone, you are supposed to confirm that the SOP is complete on the CMP only by confirming an engulfing pattern. So number one is marking your zone. Number two, you wait for the price to get out of your zone. Number three, you wait for the price to move in sideways. And number four, wait for the price to get back in that zone. And number five, the most important, the engulfing pattern should be formed inside that zone. So I'll be showing you in the chart. So let's dive into the charts. And if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. So number one, we are supposed to start from H4. And from H4, as you can see here, we did not have any engulfing pattern here. As you can see, we don't have any engulfing pattern, so we have not yet identified our zone. But if you switch to H2, you are supposed to see something like engulfing buy. This was the first engulfing buy. So that was the first engulfing buy. I want to show you how I managed to take this buy here. So I saw that engulfing buy. So after identifying this engulfing buy, I also identified another engulfing buy around here. This small candlestick was engulfed by this blue candlestick. So this is an engulfing pattern that you're supposed to be marking. So after marking that, you are supposed to wait for the price to move in sideways, and around here you are supposed to see something here. If you only switch to M30, because you might not see the sideways on H4, because as you can see, we have the zone. Price has gotten out of that zone. Then we have this sideways. So we have number one, zone. Number two, the price has gotten out of that zone. That is number two. Number three, the price is moving in sideways. And number four, the price is now in our zone. And number five, the most important that I said, you're supposed to see an engulfing pattern. As you can see, this is our first engulfing buy. So that is our engulfing buy. So you are supposed to mark that engulfing buy. And for this zone also, you should have a complete SOP. So number one is zone. Number two, you wait for the price to get out of that, and that is zone. And number three, you wait for the price to move in sideways. As you can see, we have sideways. And number four, around this area here, at the current market price, you are supposed to identify an engulfing pattern. Let's switch to M5. And after switching to M5, you will see we had this engulfing buy on M5. That is how that trade was supposed to be executed. So I managed to take this trade and I secured 150 pips. Yeah, just like that. Let me show you. Want to change the color to M5? I can change here. So that is M5. The yellow zone is M5, and the M5 is the CMP for this M30 zone. So you are supposed to take immediately or directly from this zone here. This was supposed to be a entry. Stop loss there. Take profit. As I always say, this was supposed to be your first take profit because we had this M5. Maybe the price would have reacted around here because, as you always know, the price will always react to the first engulfing. Or you can use M30 to take your first TP. So this was your first take profit around here. Then the final take profit, maybe the next H4 zone, or you can still continue to hold to the next, yeah, around here. This was my final take profit. So I managed to take around 150 pips. That is what I had targeted, 150 pips. But if you wanted to hold, you could have hold to the next engulfing cell. This is the next engulfing cell. So if you see the distance, you are supposed to close. So that is how you use the complete SOP. That is the complete SOP. And also here we had this engulfing fail on H2. So that was the best place to put your take profit, final take profit. So number one is identifying the higher time frame zone. You wait for that price to get out of that zone. Then you follow the complete SOP. Everything will be uploaded. Make sure you follow those steps and you will not miss trades. Even if you hit your stop loss, it is not guaranteed that you will not hit your stop loss. But even if you hit your stop loss, you will get a lot of setups and good or quality setups. Yeah, see you in my next video. Thank you.